You're back. Wasn't certain I'd see you again. Well, have you talked to Eifja and Hauptgard? Along the northern coast, you say? Yes, that might narrow it down. Here, follow me inside. Ever since it took my brother, I've tracked Pale Man sightings across Skyrim. See on this map? Yes, there and there. For years I have tracked the location of every Pale Man attack. Each one brought me closer to its lair. These last two confirm it. The Pale Man must be on the northern coast between Dragon Bridge and Solitude. It won't escape me again. A decade ago, I tracked down a cave where the Pale Man brought its kills. For days I waited. Eventually, I left to replenish supplies. When I returned, I saw loose rocks and an empty crawl space. The damn thing had watched me the whole time. It only attacks the unsuspecting or vulnerable, and I was armed to the teeth. It's no mere beast. It's smart, cunning. But I have an idea on how we draw it out. Bait of an unusual variety. Would you be willing to help out? Gods, no! I'm not willing to lose the only helpful person I've met in a decade. I need you to collect the ingredients and bring them to me on the northern coast. Then we'll draw out the creature and avenge its victims. The Pale Man likes to take people, so we'll make one for it, using Draugr parts treated with alchemy. This is where you come in. There is a crypt nearby. Dead Man's Respite. Chop up enough Draugr parts for a body, then meet me on the northern coast. After I failed to draw the Pale Man out 10 years ago, I talked to every hunter and reach witch who wouldn't slam the door in my face, or try to cook my eyeballs. The hunters suggested bait, but it was an old, clever woman who suggested the mixture. I don't know how it works exactly, only that it's something the Hag-Ravens created. Somehow the clever woman stole it away from them. When poured on dead flesh, it creates a scent that drives anyone who smells it mad with hunger. The thing eats, doesn't it? We know it's smart enough to move lairs, avoid people who can kill it, and use snowstorms as cover. I've tested the mixture myself. It was all I could do not to eat the dead flesh I poured it on. Still makes me nauseous. While you're out collecting the Draugr parts we need, I'll mix the potion, limp up to the coast, and find the lair. Once you have the Draugr parts, run along the northern coast between Dragon Bridge and Solitude, and look for me. I'll be waiting. This must be the Pale Man's cave. See the bones? Wolves don't make patterns like this. And I have seen this before. At its old lair. A location this remote is perfect to grab folks who are alone. Told you it was clever. Did you get... You assemble them into a body that tempts the Pale Man. Take these sharp bones, jam them into the torso. Then stick the arms, legs, and head onto them. Gruesome work, but it should hold. Pour on the pungent mixture I've made, and you have your bait. Last time I found a crude table deep within its lair. There were remains with gnaw marks on them. I think that's where it eats. Search the lair for a similar table. Place the body on it, then pour on the mixture. And hold your breath. If this doesn't work, then come get me. I am not letting this thing escape again. It won't be killing any more people. If we have to, I'll be the bait. But I'd like to avoid that for as long as possible. Despite everything, I'd like to live. Was it in there? Were you able to kill it? What happened in there? Then it's over. Shaw's bones, it's over. After so many years, that thing is really dead. I don't know how I can thank you. I lost everything and was ready to give it all up. But now, finally, justice. I don't... Wait. That ring. It can't be. It's Drendek's signet ring. Our mother gave it to him shortly before our hunting trip, when the Pale Man took Drendek. I always felt she blamed me for losing it, and for my brother, but now... These must be from all the other victims. Trophies of the lives it snatched. That means it wasn't hunting for food. It was proud of what it had done. I need to return these to the families. Aifia and Hautgard. All of them deserve to know it's over. You've done more than enough for a broken old man. I'd like to see the faces of everyone when I tell them. It'll take a while with this limp, but I've got something to live for now. All I can offer you is this. Thank you.
Please, stay calm, everyone. We will find Alchemist Razir.
What if he's already dead?
The affliction will catch us too. It's only a matter of time.
Are you fleeing from the affliction as well? If you are lost in the darkness, know that you are safe here with us. Yes, it's horrible. The afflicted are compelled to transform and then become violent, almost feral. We were close to finding a cure, but our alchemist, Razir, went missing. I fear something terrible may have happened. I'm not sure, but it's not like Alchemist Razir not to report back. My partner, Skjor, ran off to find him. I worry for him too. I want to search for them, but it's unwise to travel alone. I need an ally. Our non-werewolf allies barricaded themselves within the grotto. I need to speak with them and see if anyone might have seen where Razir was last headed. I don't think they'll be eager to speak to me, but perhaps you can get them to talk. Don't judge them too harshly. They're just afraid. We know very little about the disease. Our allies are afraid that we could turn on them at any moment. It's a valid concern. We left the grotto to ease their concerns and keep them safe. Soon after our escape from our captors, my pack was enslaved and experimented upon by a sinister alliance of vampires and werewolves that inhabit Blackreach. They held us in a place called Greymore Keep and conducted horrible tests on our kind. Skjor convinced me to fight back. He and I eventually overpowered our captors and got our people out. We hid out here and formed a community with others that had been subjected to the torture. We thought our troubles were over. How foolish we were.
The Swords of Solitude need another victory. Have you brought me one? I still have trouble believing that there's a vast black pit underneath the hold where terrible things are waiting to drag us off and eat us. It'd be better for my sleep if I never do. Take your gold, and let's never speak of this again. The Swords of Solitude are grateful for your assistance. We'll make use of your talents again, to be sure. The coterie of organized scholars made a troubling discovery. Turns out the old legends of the Shade Mother have more truth to them than anyone believed. Now it falls on us to put an end to the foul creature before it causes any more harm. The wizened old Hagraven that's lived far too long. Legend says she sucks up the life of the land itself to sustain her longevity. She appears to be doing just that near Morthal. Kill her and use this mixture to cleanse the Shade Mother's corruption. Neither of us will collect a single drake if you don't complete your task. Get on with it! You'll have to ask Kolia Lawseeker about that. She's assured me that it will dispel the pools of corruption created by the Shade Mother around Morthal, and that's all I care to know. Kolia is in Solitude, if you wish to question her.
Every man has his price. Mine is 5 gold.
Cracking heads.
Ice heels walking the streets of Solitude? What's our hold coming to?
Quiet you! Princess Svana and her allies saved us all. And one of them was an Eastern half-giant.
The problem with searching for the truth is sometimes you find it. We are too quick to dismiss our old legends as colorful superstition. They are meant to be warnings. We should listen to them. She found someone? I didn't think there is anyone left in Solitude who wouldn't flinch at the merest suggestion of magic. Fighting the Shade Mother won't be as simple as slaying your typical Hagraven, if there is such a thing. She's far more powerful. According to the legends, her mastery of life and death is absolute. She bends nature to her will, and she feasts on the land itself to sustain her power. The clever woman I consulted said that the Shade Mother's magic is akin to necromancy. Oh, you've heard of her? I suppose she is something of a legend in her own right. Nords who dabble in the old ways are a dying breed. She made the cleansing mixture you were given to purify the Shade Mother's corruption. I trust it'll do as she says.
You'll want to turn back from this damn town, Wanderer. Those savage Reachmen finally got what they wanted. Carthwatch is gone, and all that's left are husks of a once proud people. A storm straight from Moloch's arsehole rose up over the town. It twisted everyone I know into monsters. In the chaos, I saw my brother Hafskar and his friend Biora take people to the barrow west of town. But I've heard nothing since. Someone needs to warn the people away from Carthwatch. As the last of the Jarl's Guard, the duty falls to me. Look, I'm desperate to know if the survivors made it to the barrow. Whatever gold I have is yours, if you'll find out what happened to them. Finally, a bit of good fortune. Thanks, traveler. No matter what you find in the barrow, I need to know. Tell any survivors you see to meet me here. Hafskjar's the only family I have left. If I've lost him too, well, just hurry back safely.